So it's been a tough year for Alan Dershowitz. Since Donald Trump took office, the constitutional scholar and Harvard law professor emeritus has been making the rounds on cable news defending the president, arguing the Comey firing was legal and it's dangerous to appoint a special counsel. You can imagine how some of his fellow liberal-leaning lawyers might be taking that.
In every situation over the past year, you have been carrying water for Donald Trump. Alan, I don't know what is going on with you.
You know, it was one thing when his friend and former student Jeffrey Toobin called him out, but now the backlash coming from an even more important constituency. In an op-ed in The Hill, he wrote about how his old friends stopped inviting him to parties at his favorite summer destination, saying, quote, "They are shunning me and trying to ban me from their social life on Martha's Vineyard." Poor Alan Dershowitz. It's like a scene straight out of Mean Girls.
You're wearing sweatpants. So? So that's against the rules, and you can't sit with us.
But don't worry, he's taken the whole thing really well.
I don't care about parties. I'm invited to too many.
No, he definitely doesn't care, which is why he wrote a letter to the editor yesterday responding to criticism of his op-ed and his comparisons to McCarthyism. He wrote, "I have never compared myself to the actual victims of McCarthyism, but to the way lawyers for accused communists were shunned by many. It is important to understand my point before criticizing it." And while it's true he did compare himself to those lawyers, not the victims, his line, "I never thought I would see McCarthyism come to Martha's Vineyard, but I have," doesn't seem to make that distinction. Maybe it's just as important to understand his point before writing it, too. Or maybe not.
If Hillary Clinton had been elected, which I was hoping, I contributed, I worked hard for her, and she were being subject to impeachment and investigation, I'd be making the same arguments, and I'd be the hero of the Vineyard.
But to be clear, this is not personal. Dershowitz wrote in that op-ed, "This is not about me. This is about the United States of America." Of course it is. If you read the whole op-ed, you'll see that he only uses the word I 30 times. And the part about learning who his real friends are, all about patriotism. And if you disagree, like MSNBC's Joe Scarborough, then Dershowitz will see you on TV.
I challenge Morning Joe to have me on a show when he mocks me so that I can respond. Let's see if he has the guts to put me on a show so that I can tell his viewers the truth.
No Morning Joe, no soirees on the Vineyard. Let's at least hope Donald Trump is still taking his calls. What do you think? Email us, tweet us, share your thoughts.